Hello and welcome to 2018. It was a slightly delayed 2018 by the last 12 minutes because, you know, we leave and gremlins take over the studio and unplug something and things didn't work like we thought they would on time. But everything's working now. And I'm here. I'm James Stevenson, your host. These are my guests. Brian Algar. He's not here either. Gremlins got him. He's pulled into some important meeting. So Cory, the man behind the keyboard, is going to come join us for a little bit while we play a little bit of Ratchet Clank. Hi, everyone say hello to Cory.
Hi, guys.
And we hope you guys all had a great holiday. Cory, did you have a good holiday?
I did. Not as exciting as yours. I stayed around the area, but...
You didn't leave SoCal, the southwestern region, Vegas?
A little bit. I went driving distance north and then back to LA and then east and then back to LA. Just visit family.
I did not go driving distance.
No, you went boating distance.
I went 12-hour flight followed by all sorts of other good stuff. So I was in the South Pacific, in Vanuatu, Fiji, New Caledonia, and all sorts of places. And I hope that's not cutting out for everyone.
So is there an old Caledonia?
I assume Caledonia must be a place if there's a new version of it.
Because I know, like, New England, that's based off England.
Well, right. I don't know. Guys, it must be a Caledonia. It's French. So I think it's French territory.
Anyone know the history of Caledonia?
Well,
any silent tremors?
Yeah, so it's good to see all you guys back in chat. Sorry we're running late. Sorry we don't have Brian Algar here. He's coming. As you may have seen, everyone here at Insomniac last week was playing Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah.
Cory got to play, and while we aren't going to tell you anything about what we were playing for 2 days... Oh, turn down the volume on the TV. While we weren't going to tell you what we were playing, are you getting those drops, Justin?
Didn't like when I lowered the volume. Yeah, it's okay now. Does it look okay?
See, it looked like it was doing it when we were loading too, so...
Okay.
Yeah, if you guys see drops, let us know. I'm wondering if there's still a little bit of shakiness on the HDMI front, but we'll figure it out. Yeah. See? It's like a weird hand. I think it's handshake. It might be a handshake issue at the TV if you're not seeing it, Justin, so that's cool. Anyway, we'll get the studio back up to full operating efficiency very soon. But like I was saying, everyone's playing now. I know you and Justin both got to spend 2 days, Thursday and Friday, playing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Can you do that one more time with the sound effects?
This is not a good sound effect.
Can we see your hand again when you're doing that? You do that right? Okay, you're good.
Yeah,
I just thought your pinky was closed for some reason.
Oh no, I'm so bad at doing like the heavy metal
gesture.
stuff. Like I always kind of like curve my pinky by default, but Spider-Man is open thumb, right?
Right.
But that noise is not right. It's more like right?
Yes, it's more like a
yeah. I'm not as good as that guy
give
from
you some lessons
Academy.
We need to get you some lessons of Bill on how to do it correctly.
Okay.
So anyway, Brian Algar has been compiling all sorts of stuff about because everyone's emailing all their things that they thought and found to him, and he's dealing with all of that. So that's where he is, and we will hopefully have him here soon. But otherwise, you get to hear me and Cory be insightful and funny for however long it takes.
Well, I'm good at that for a bit.
So, chat, I'd love to hear about your holidays. Any killer gifts you guys got? I don't know. Did you get any good gifts?
Let's see. I got like old people gifts. I didn't get anything fun.
Nothing?
Well, so I got a toaster oven.
Uh-huh.
Which is nice, and it toasts way better than my old toaster did. Not very exciting, but it's practical.
And Cory does love toasted bread.
I do. Wow, we're dropping. Are you seeing that?
Yeah, I'm seeing this. You guys
okay. We're dropping.
Are you dropping on the stream too?
No. I just see what it's.
It like goes black for a second.
Oh no, I'm not seeing.
Oh, you're seeing me stopping playing though. Like you see it when I stop playing.
It slow down a little bit.
Oh, like for us, the screen just turned black every once in a while.
I'm actually just wondering if it's.
It's showing no frames dropped over.
Okay, that's good. So it's just us. It's probably an HDMI issue on the TV from the
That's
Elgato.
at 720, right?
Yeah.
seeing some drops. Someone in the chat said, yeah, we're working on it this morning a bit, and I think we just need to rewire everything for the new year. Something about Gremlins, they come out at Christmas.
Always. I see the Wasted Slater said I got a set of away luggage. Does that just mean luggage for when you go away, or like what does away luggage mean? Is it just luggage? I actually am going to need to get some luggage because my trip to the South Pacific. I visited Australia. I visited New Zealand. I was in Auckland yesterday.
Nice.
So that was Sunday for Auckland. I know it's Tuesday there now, so I wasn't there. If you're in Auckland watching this, I was not there on Monday. I was there on Sunday, but it's still Monday here, so it was yesterday. It was a very long. I had a 43-hour long Sunday. I had 43 hours of
time
Sunday.
traveler.
I'm a time traveler, and so that was pretty cool. And I caught the Pokemon Go added a new exclusive Pokemon for New Zealand, and I happened to be there as it was, as it all happened. So I was able to catch the New Zealand exclusive Pokemon, which I'm now sticking in the gym by our office whenever possible.
You could sell your iPhone for like thousands of dollars now. Right?
My Pokemon Go account's actually pretty sweet. It's unfortunately I kind of took a break because Mewtwo pissed me off, and it still pisses me off because I haven't gotten a chance to even fight Mewtwo yet. So I kind of stopped doing raids for a little while. So I missed Ho-Oh and another one of the other dogs, legendary dogs. But outside of that, for everything that was released prior to this holiday, so Gen 3 and Delibird, I have everything, and I've quickly ramped up my Gen 3 collection. But I don't have a Delibird, so I guess my Gen 2 collection's not complete since I don't have Mewtwo. Anyway, if you get it in a raid and it's a legendary, I don't have it, but I have almost everything else, and I'm sure I will again soon.
I'm not very big on Pokemon, but I have one Pokemon story to share. When I was a freshman in college, and we had a big lecture hall, where there's like hundreds of students sitting in the class with one professor lecturing. And at that point in time, Smash Brothers was really popular and everyone in the dorms played it all the time. And you could like summon Pokemon to fight for you in that game, and Chansey was one of them. And whenever he'd come out, it'd be all like, Chansey, something like that. You remember that?
Yeah.
And
that was the voice in the
and our professor had an accent, and he said Chance for some reason. Like I forget what the circumstance was when he said that. And I was compelled, and I blurted out Chauncey in the lecture hall. And
level 60 wizard with melee abilities.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the type of kid you'd beat up and take his lunch.
Yeah. And anyway, the whole lecture hall kind of all stopped and turned and looked at me, and I was like, And I actually transferred schools.
Yeah, that was probably smart. Mm-hmm. You would have gotten the shit kicked out of you. This is one Christmas gift I got, this awesome North Face fleece that, don't get jealous everybody, but has, check this out, the PlayStation, subtle PlayStation branding. I don't know how I got on the list for one of these this year, but whoever did it, thank you, because it's awesome, and it's warm and toasty, and it's cold and rainy in LA today, so...
It is, yeah.
This
uncharacteristic cold day in LA.
Oh, it's January. I love it. I love it when we get the rain. My dog went outside for a walk this morning, and she literally walked out the door and froze when she realized it was raining, and she kind of looked up at the sky, and then she kind of sniffed the ground. She stood there for a long time sniffing the air, and then she just walked over, peed, and then was like, all right, let's go back in the house. I'm like, you don't want to go for a walk? She's like, nope.
What I did this
She went back
too.
and then she went back and got in bed. She's like, I'm just going back to bed. It's not worth even going outside.
Thank you, everybody. Yeah, so today, special day for me. 5-year anniversary at Insomniac. And birthday.
Wait, it's your birthday too?
Yeah, I'm 5 years old, and it's my 5-year anniversary.
Wait, it's actually your birthday today?
Yes.
How did I miss this? I'm fairly jet lagged to shit. We only went to the commissary on your birthday.
Well, we got a stream today, so I figure
we're going out for lunch tomorrow.
Tomorrow or Thursday is a good lunch day. Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, because we had a meeting this morning, and then we got the stream. There's no time to go do a full lunch, but.
I'm terrible. I didn't realize any of this was today.
No, that's fine.
I blame jet lag though. That's the good thing. Like at least today and tomorrow, I can blame everything on jet lag.
No, you're good. It's Monday. Like I don't want to celebrate a birthday on Monday anyway. I appreciate all the kind words though. But yeah, whenever you have a birthday on Monday, punt it to the next weekend. It's better.
Okay. Well, what are you doing this weekend for it then?
Well, actually, this weekend I'm not doing anything. Next weekend I am.
All right, you're turning this into a birthday month, and this is not tolerable.
I am. Oh, well, okay, so here's what I'm doing. So, next Monday, I'm going to an NBA game. It's the Clippers versus the Rockets.
Oh, good.
And,
The Clippers are the decent team in LA.
Yeah, but it's going to be great because the Clippers star player just got a concussion, Blake Griffin. And then the Rockets star player, James Harden, hurt his ankle or something like that. So they're both going to be out when I go watch them. Or I don't know, Blake Griffin might be back. But anyway, it's going to be like a battle of the B squads. And then that weekend I'm going to go to Big Bear, which is a lake and camping type place, like 2 hours out of LA. So that's when my birthday plans. Yeah.
Nice.
But today,
You're just hanging out on the stream with us.
Yep.
What am I supposed to do here? I do not remember at all. And I think Azim is probably telling me. Maybe it just is going to get closer and I just have to survive.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Oh.
Wow. Hey, so Justin, is it saying 60 frames per second when you go to the configuration?
I don't think I'm supposed to do this, but... Oh, yeah, I was. Okay, cool. I'm glad I remember that.
See, now we're getting those red line artifacts. Is something bogus with the... We were getting that earlier.
I don't know what red lines you're talking about.
There's little red artifacts,
Oh,
like it's
yeah,
static.
I saw those. They were there when we were saving. There's something weird with the... Oh, fudge.
It's not giving me that info for
Okay.
I don't know why. It's not saying it.
Well, something's wrong with HDMI. I think we just rewire it after the stream.
Yeah, it could be a bad cable or some sort of there's some sort of weird handshake issue. Sorry if you're seeing any of that at home. Hopefully it doesn't sound like it's as bad for you guys. We're just actually losing picture every once in a while, which makes it really hard when you're playing.
Mm-hmm.
So far I've done well. That last time I finally died. Oh, and by the way, the answer on the away luggage is it is just luggage, but the brand is called Away, which I didn't know. Apparently it has a charger built in, like, so there's like a charger, maybe there's like a battery pack in your luggage, which is cool, I guess. That's pretty neat. So, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't remember what I'm supposed to do here, but I assume it's all going to work itself out if I manage to stay alive.
Yeah, it says 60.
Okay, well, haven't had a little...
Oh, there we go.
thing
See?
in a while.
Just had to
There
stay
you go,
alive,
yeah.
and now I can disassemble. I remember this. This is the whole... I think this is kind of like the idea of Shadow of the Colossus, where we wanted to have like these giant robots that... We've always had this idea, like ever since Shadow of the Colossus, that we wanted you to fight giant robots where you had to like take them, climb up them and take them apart, and actually like deconstruct them with your wrench, and this was sort of part of that idea. Still think we love that idea too, like the bigger the bosses, given grab boots and everything. I think we all just love Shadow of the Colossus as well.
Oh, it's awesome,
So,
yeah,
like, it's
and
a game that-
you know, the sense of scale.
Right, and Ratchet's all about scale, so you could see that. You could see us having stuff like this in the future
There you
too.
go,
I think.
yeah. Got a question. What are y'all positions at Insomniac?
Oh, okay, cool. Why don't you start?
Full frontal assault. Oh, never mind. That's some other comment this guy's talking about. My position is, I'm the video editor for the trailers and whatever videos we're making. We have, what's cool about Insomniac, we have an in-house marketing team that we're both on. So, you know, sometimes we outsource some of our stuff with agencies, but a lot of the stuff we all make ourselves. So all the trailers and ads and stuff you see for our games, I'm editing those.
Yeah, and you know, Corey's majorly responsible for this amazing studio space.
I picked out the wood back there. That's all me.
Well, all the tech, everything. Which the tech isn't working today, but you know, on your birthday too, man. That's you know, your own.
Well, it's our
creation
first one back from break. The thing is, it's never stable. It's always in flux, and there's always like software updates, firmware updates, whatever, and like it always goes out of balance, and you got to recalibrate it.
Yeah, and we probably should move our PS3 to like a dev kit PS3 where we can just turn HDCP off and run off of HDMI. We've been running PS3s on component through a FrameMeister, and that's probably adding unnecessary complexity. So we'll fix that and move our save over to a
dev kit,
dev kit maybe. And if we can, because you can play retail PS3 games on dev kits, I believe. I think that's true, or at least a test kit, whatever. I think we have one that we can in this room. We'll have to see if it's all updated enough and all that jazz, but it should be.
Saying that I have a fan page. I've seen that there's like wikias for Ratchet and Clank and stuff like that, and like, yeah, I don't know, it could be out there. I don't think I'm at that level yet, though, personally. I think I would be one of those like mentioned in someone else's fan page, but I'm an unclickable link.
Yeah, you're just a stub.
Yeah.
And my name is James Stevenson, and I'm the community director at Insomniac Games. Been here for almost 11 and a half years at this point. So that's right. See, I didn't think I had to shoot those. I was right about that.
That's pretty good. So it's basically like for every one day I've been here, you've been here for 2 days and an hour.
Yeah, basically something like that. But you know, you're catching up.
I am. I'm only 6 years behind you now.
Yeah, you're only 6 years.
And Justin's on 2 years.
And when you hit the 5-year mark at Insomniac, which Cory did today, you get an extra week of vacation, and you get a bunch of money to take yourself on vacations. So it's like an awesome birthday present in and of its own way, because now Cory starts getting an extra week of vacation every year. Insomniac is like, we've won a lot of workplace awards because we're a killer place to work. For a lot of
people
reasons.
get killed here all the time.
Yep. You know, you gotta be careful.
I might get killed right now. Man, I love that gun. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool looking. I guess I could charge Zircon up here a little bit.
I always spam Zircon the whole time.
Well, I do until he hits level 5 or whatever, and then I don't want to use him anymore. So I didn't want to like waste him here necessarily, because like I feel like once he's maxed out, then he's just stealing damage from my other weapons, and basically all the weapons level up by doing, when you do damage with them is when they level up. So if you have a Zircon doing damage, he's stealing experience from your other weapons. And so I only use Zircon until he's maxed out, and then I stop using him unless I really need him. Man, we've had a whole list of people. Ghosty Who's, Haunch Paunch, Repdalo, JGram93, Wyvern Sword, and Bloodraven43. Thank you all for the follows here on Twitch. We hope you enjoy what you're watching so far. We've got a series of great streams this week. It's an all Insomniac Games week to start us off this year. So that means we're back on Wednesday with... Oh, shit. I have to get off this thing.
Back on Wednesday with Oh Shit for PlayStation.
Oh.
Resistance 3.
That was the worst death of all time.
That's okay. You did.
Oh, man. I have to fight the boss again.
But now you know what to do.
Oh, I'm such a tard. We have Resistance and Marcus? Resistance 3 with Marcus Smith and Adam Noonchester.
No, it's Adam...
Corleone.
Yeah, Corleone Baloney.
Oh, so Swole Adam. Nice. All right, everyone's favorite. So that's Wednesday, and then Friday.
Friday, very special, yeah. It'll be Ted, and I think Brian Hastings is joining also for Disruptor, the game that started it all.
Yeah, you guys have been waiting for us to stream Disruptor. We are doing it tomorrow. Oh, see, there's good design there. It actually starts you looking right at the objective. I just was talking or looking at the chat and I missed it. So,
someone asked if we could play other Spider-Man games like leading up to the launch of our Spider-Man game. We're definitely going to.
Yeah, we're going to start playing other Spider-Man games soon. So if there's one you guys want us to start with, let us know. I'm assuming we'll probably start with Brian Intihar. He may want to start with one in particular because he has his favorites. We actually did an article on Marvel's website where we all talked about our favorite games. So I'm not sure. He may pick one, but if there's one you'd like us to play, let us know. Some people love like the PS1 games. Some people love the PS2 ones. There's lots of options.
I'm a fan of Maximum Carnage on Super Nintendo.
It's good. It's good.
I loved beat 'em up games back then because they were the only ones I could get far in.
Yeah, those are always fun. I'm very partial to 2 because it blew my mind at the time. But you know, Shattered Dimensions is good. There's a lot of good Spider-Man games. I didn't see if there's any other good gifts. But
someone said they got like a bunch of video games.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
that's always good. So all right, I have a new sector unlocked. Can I? Okay, so now we've warped to the new sector. There we go. Cool.
They could care less about what we think. Who? Sony?
What? Godborn Portal player? What was the question? Oh, remasters for PlayStation 4. Yeah, that would be really cool, but it's all up to PlayStation if they want to do it. Don't worry, like that is stuff we, in terms of, wait, maybe you're talking about, I see remasters. I don't know what you're talking about. Tell me what remasters you're talking about.
I think they're talking about Ratchet.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
They're talking about the old Ratchet games.
Yeah, it'd be cool. We'd love to see it happen. So we'll see. Vorsalon and Nefarious are here.
These cinematics are so pretty.
Yeah, these cinematics are glorious. Absolutely glorious. I'm gonna tweet again about the show because I was deleting tweets earlier, but now we're live.
We're getting requests to remaster Spider-Man PS4 on PS4. We're doing that right now, actually.
Yeah, we're remastering it for the first time.
Yeah.
It's not an album. It's not like we're gonna release that album with it unmastered. It's actually going to be a mastered album.
It's kind of like a nostalgic game that we're doing for fans of the original Spider-Man PS4.
So the Valkyries, if you remember Helga from old Ratchet and Clank games, Helga is a Valkyrie, and this was like our way of exploring Helga's people a little bit more by bringing the Valkyries in. Which I actually didn't really totally realize until I was writing stuff for the art book, and then I put that all together.
Oh, that she's a Valkyrie?
Yes, basically. I never really put it together in my head.
So, are Valkyries always female?
I don't think... No, I don't... this might actually be in the art book. I think there might be some old weird concepts of... But basically, yes.
Okay.
I think the only ones we've ever shown have been female. I'm gonna let you play for a minute while I send this tweet out to everyone, and you may have to resync, but...
Orientation room this way.
Oh, Sigmund. Where's Freud?
Never heard that trick before. Alright.
Oh, I just barely made that one. How many times can I... Okay, I can quadruple jump.
The amount of typos when I type on my phone these days is just breathtaking. Oh, you know what I think I hear outside the door? You know what I think I heard outside the door? Maybe. We'll see if my hearing is as good as I think it is, despite this room. Did you just die?
Yeah.
Although now it's stopped cutting out, by the way.
Oh, I think it just cut out again.
Did it really?
Well, I don't know. Maybe that was just because I died.
It was just because you died. But I noticed it hasn't really cut out in a while now.
So I'm not supposed to jump on that thing. I should have listened to that song. Don't go chasing waterfalls.
Yeah, you gotta use the time bomb, which is like circle.
Oh.
You gotta throw a time bomb, and that'll. Yeah. So all of Clank's gameplay and the Great Clock is like time based, which is why I love it. I love all time travel stories, like Back to the Future. Like I love Live, Die, Repeat.
Terminator.
Or you may have heard. Oh, there's a cutout.
Yeah.
Or Edge of Nowhere, or not Edge of Nowhere, Edge of Tomorrow. God, I kept doing that when we were making Edge of Nowhere. I would always call it Edge of Tomorrow, and like I had to like work so hard. And now whenever I think of Edge of Tomorrow, I say Edge of Nowhere. Did you see the American Made movie?
Yeah, I saw American Made.
I thought the movie was great. By the way, I watched it on the plane yesterday.
It's like a poor man's Wolf of Wall Street, but that's fine because Wolf of Wall Street's like up here, so like a poor man's version is still very solid. It was like a great.
I mean, I just like
movie.
I just like Tom Cruise quite a bit. You got to do the time puzzle.
I want to hit this NPC though.
No, don't hit Sigmund. That's Nolan North, man. You can't hit Nolan North.
Okay, so I do this thing.
No, you got to go do the time pads.
What?
You know how to work the time pads?
No.
Give me the control. Give me the fucking control.
Can Cory talk like Schwarzenegger all the time? Okay, listen, you're opening a Pandora's box. Once it starts, you're going to lose sleep. You're going to have nightmares. I'm going to have nightmares. I'm going to be ashamed. Actually, no, I'm not going to have nightmares because I won't fall asleep because as I'm laying in bed, I'll just like replay the embarrassment and the shame that I have and not be able to fall asleep.
Look, guys, Cory has a new girlfriend. He can't do anything super embarrassing on the stream.
Oh, no, I talk like Schwarzenegger in front of her all the time, though.
That was his real Christmas present.
I'm making her watch all the Schwarzenegger movies she hasn't seen yet. So she already saw True Lies, of course. And then we went back and watched Predator this weekend. That one's pretty great. That's the seminal manly movie. I don't think there's a more manly movie that ever came out than Predator.
Remaster Resistance, we love you too. Have fun at work tomorrow. We understand the feel. Oh, here's some Tony Moore cartoons. I do love this one. This is one of my favorites. The Great Clock in You.
Can I do a Steven Seagal impression?
And Orvis.
I can do a Steven Seagal running impression.
Okay.
Have you guys seen Steven Seagal running? Like, look it up on the internet. This is how he chases bad guys. With his ponytail.
That was the best thing I've ever seen. Can you do it again? You're distracting from this amazing Orvis.
Well, I'll try to duck down low.
This is
so the
Charles
camera can see me.
Martinet. This is the
There's
voice.
Steven Seagal running. Look it up on YouTube. Steven Seagal chase. Just type it in, you'll see it. Steven Seagal.
Johan, Jahan Ewert?
No, I cannot drop my pants while I run like that. This is
Yeah.
a family stream.
Yeah.
We don't want to get strikes on Twitch,
Yeah,
okay? We need this channel.
Next snap said we.
Yeah.
I don't even know. You may not be able to see that because the automod is holding the message because next snap's trying to get us to take our clothes off. That's great. Brian Elgar's gonna like wonder what the hell's going on here.
He's like,
I
really want to
thought
walk
I heard
this
him on
room?
the hallway, but maybe I actually heard him through the wall because I think he's in the room next door.
Enjoy
actually.
Remaster Resistance. Have fun. See you Wednesday. Oh, the Tony Moore cutscenes. These are awesome.
Yeah, Scorpion 8K, this is Ratchet and Clank A Crack in Time, in case you didn't know that, which was our last game in the Future series. Though Into the Nexus is kind of a coda to the Future series, but Into the Nexus is a game no one played because it came out after the PS4 came out. So, if
It was cool though.
Yeah, if you've never played it, it's good. If you have a PS3, still hook up.
It was the first Ratchet game that I worked on, and I was so happy to get to work on a Ratchet game.
Maybe like Halloween this year, we'll do like a whole week of Into the Nexus. We play through Into the Nexus in a whole week for Halloween, since it's kind of a spooky game.
It is, yeah.
But yeah, anywho. I don't know. What else you guys want to know about that's interesting? Tony Moore made those. He's cool.
Yeah,
Charles Martinet, the voice of Mario, is Orvis. So you're hearing Mario's voice. You just heard Nolan North. So you were hearing Nathan Drake help you, and Nathan Drake leads you to Mario. And that's sort of like weird in joke to me. I don't think it really is. I wonder if there's something about like...
I think the plug to the Framemeister is like not clean. That's what it is. Are you guys seeing this on stream? Justin, are you seeing like...
No, you know what I think it also is? I think there's just like... I think the filters... I wonder if the filters are causing more issues too. Like, because like the game itself doesn't seem to be causing that, but I wonder if like there's something about there's just too much data or there's something weird going on with the...
Spidey Outcast says, Insomniac Live is my favorite show.
Well, thank you.
That's pretty nice of you, but clearly you've never seen that one, was it, with Screech?
Oh, Saved by the Bell?
Yeah, because if you had...
I would have said Seinfeld myself, but...
Oh, yeah.
I realize more and more these days that like most people I talk to don't have that Seinfeld reference point anymore.
We're like we're the cutoff, and like anyone younger than us, forget it.
Yeah, they don't
Well, no, Justin likes Seinfeld.
That's good. Good man.
Yeah.
He gave us a thumbs up.
But
back
it's becoming less and less relatable because there's like no cell phones on the show, and they still do the laugh track, which is kind of an old style way of doing comedy. Because ever since The Office came out, that became the new paradigm, right? Where it's like you don't have a laugh track, you have people look into the camera like, "Whoa, that was ridiculous," you know, every time something silly happens.
Right, exactly.
Because they still have to have a cue for when you know to laugh,
right?
You know, but instead of the laugh track, they have it be that like the straight man character, whoever the guy is, it's like not goofy and stuff, like just look like whatever Jim Halper, whatever his name is,
right.
Like looking at the camera like, "Oh, I can't believe Dwight is so ridiculous again with his beat farm." I don't like Jim personally. I think he's a jerk.
I don't really have a problem with Jim, but I kind of phased out on The Office at some point, and never went back. It's kind of like Modern Family for me. Like I enjoyed Modern Family the first few years, especially. But that show's weird too, because basically it's like two different shows with the same cast, because like the two people who created the show hate each other now. So like they basically each make half of the episodes, and so like there's like. And it was every other episode too, so like every week it's like a complete tone shift.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's really bizarre, but and I like the guy who did Frasier. I like his episodes better actually.
I like that Al Bundy from Married with Children is on Modern Family. How he's like made a whole career out of being a family man on sitcoms, and like as society has changed, his role in those sitcoms has
That's
changed
true.
like drastically.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. Oh, I gotta kill one of these things. So this little mini game lets you fix the time anomalies on planets, which then lets you, I think, go back as Ratchet to those planets and actually like do stuff that you couldn't do.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is pretty neat. And this is just like a little fun mini game, and you have to ping things, make the time anomalies work. So essentially, you know, Clank is on the Great Clock trying to fix time because time is severely busted because Nefarious is wrecking everything.
They're asking for a tour of the studio someday.
Yeah, we could do a tour of the studio someday. I don't know if we could do it live though. That would be really. Yep, I missed that jump because it cut out right in the middle of it. I was like, I'm eyeballing that jump, and I failed. It'd be hard to do it live because like you'd have to like drag cabling all the way around.
Well, what we could do
Oh,
is
we could
like,
just do like a Facebook Live one maybe or something.
well, we could pre-record like walking through the studio with the camera and play
and
that
then
while
just
we're
play
sitting
back.
here talking about it, answering questions live. That would be how to do it, I think. That would happen again, huh?
Mother forker. I did watch The Good Place. I don't know if anyone's speaking of, we've been talking about sitcoms and The Good Place. Next Snap, man, he's just like all sorts of fun stuff. That show's great, by the way. Good Place is terrific. Just absolutely terrific. Speaking
Good
of new
Place?
stuff. Yeah, it's
I don't know.
it's basically I don't want to spoil any of the conceit of the show. Don't look it up because like if you you just need to start from the beginning and enjoy what happens because it's kind of wild. But essentially, The Good Place is these people die and they go to heaven, which is the good place, and heaven is hosted by Ted Danson. And speaking of people who are coming back for their late life comedy career or in sitcom career, and the problem is that it's Kristen Bell, I think, right? That's the name. That's her name. She isn't supposed to be there. Well, there's a cast of she finds out she's not supposed to, or she like arrives there, and it's not actually her. Like they got the wrong person, and so she's not supposed to be there, and all the hijinks that ensue with having someone that's supposed to go to hell in heaven. But there's more to it than that. I don't want to spoil it. That's the main conceit of the pilot, and it gets even crazier from there. And it's awesome. It's really, really good. And it's only a half hour, and there's only like 22 episodes, so you can like catch up on the whole show in like 7 hours, basically 8 hours of binging. You could watch every single episode, and it's terrific. Highly recommend. Very, very good. People talking about Spider-Man. What's the question about Spider-Man? Any chance of it getting? It doesn't have a release date. Any chance of it getting delayed? Well, there's a release year, 2018. So I guess if it came out in 2019, it would be delayed. But right now, it is coming out in 2018, and there's no reason to think that it won't be coming out in 2018.
If it's a real issue for you guys, you just hop on a plane to Australia, because then you gain a day.
A day. You get it a day.
And it'll still be 2018. It might get expensive, but just get one of those frequent flyer numbers, and you're good.
Yeah. So. No, it is RG3 Gaming 9. It was confirmed for the first half of 2018. No, it was not. There's never been a confirmed time frame within 2018. That is a misconception, and I have said it many times on Twitter, but the game is confirmed for 2018, and we have never announced a specific time frame within 2018.
I will say it's going to come out, for those of you in America, in Pacific time and East Coast time and Mountain time.
What about Hawaii time? Will it come up for them?
No.
Sorry, Hawaii. If anyone from Hawaii is watching, our bad. But hey, you're in paradise, so. After spending 3 weeks in the South Pacific, I have only jealousy for the island folk. And Sydney was fun too. I did enjoy Sydney quite a bit. I got to go to this weird thing in Sydney because like, hey, it's Christmas there, right? So it's the middle of summer. But it's also Christmas, which is kind of fun because you have like long days, warm weather, all that stuff. Also, cyclones, subtropical storms. But the crazy thing was that it was they have like Christmas Carol. They have this huge Christmas Carol thing that I think is broadcast on TV there, and so you're in this park, with like all these other people, and you're singing Christmas. Everyone's in Santa hats, and it's this like full part. Like, so imagine like a music festival in a park, but everyone's just singing Christmas carols, and Mickey Mouse is on stage, and it's broadcast on television, and it's the middle of summer, and everyone's like eating like hot dogs and stuff, and you're...
Almost sounds like a terrifying nightmare.
It was awesome. It was pretty cool. It was like the weirdest thing because it's, you know, Christmas but summer. Like, you know, we think of Christmas here as like cold and wintry, and there it's summer and warm and a music festival happening. But it was pretty neat, and so it was a fun place to hang out and sing some Christmas carols.
I was in the Christmas Carol play at my elementary school, and I played Bob Cratchit, I think his name is.
Right.
And I did such a poor job that then next year I auditioned again for the same role, and then they didn't give it to me. They gave it to someone else, and they like had to make up a part for me because I didn't get any parts. So they had me be like the person who greets people at the beginning. Was like, "You're about to watch a Christmas Carol."
Wow.
It's a story about, you know, this guy, and I don't even...
Is that when you've shifted from acting to editing?
Yeah. But then we had another guy who, he was the ghost that doesn't have any lines. I guess it's the future, and he just like points, and that was like his only line, was just a point. It's not even a line really. So he didn't get his SAG stamp for that one.
So what we said? Someone mentioned favorite Ratchet and Clank game. I don't know, chat. What is your favorite Ratchet and Clank game? Mine would be this one or Going Commando. I think Up Your Arsenal too. Like it's hard. It's really hard for me to choose between those three, to be downright honest. But those are the three that I would have a hard time choosing between. Cory, any favorite Ratchet and Clank games?
This one, and also the PS4 one, but it's biased because I worked on that one a lot. So, you know, just the memories of all that. But this one I feel like is, if I had to just pick one, you know, like if I was stuck on a desert island with a PlayStation, it would be this one.
It's a good call. Alright, so we got this fun Clank puzzle. I think this is all. Oh, does this do it? Oh, I remember now. Okay. Got it. Oh, you know what? I think I screwed this up. Hang on. I need that platform to go back up to take a Clank up, so he can't just stop on the platform. So 1, 2, 3, and then come off and do that. And now we come over here. So this one has to open the door. Oh, I didn't leave enough time, did I? Ah, all right. Let's do this again. I need to leave much more time. I forgot that he has to wait for the other one first. But now we have this little recording to give us a gauge. Okay, so that's enough time. Now come off. Okay, so now we go back over here. Re-record blue, but blue has to stand on this button so that green gets to the thing. Because if blue didn't stand on the button to let green in, then green would just run into the door and he would fail. And now that gives plenty of time. And then we land here, which opens the door, and we leave him there. And now we have to go back and re-record yellow. And so again, if I jump off this before, I can even show you. So if I jump off before blue hits, he's just going to dissipate, and you're going to hear a noise that he failed, and he won't make it, and then he disappears. So the real key is that you have to actually like complete the necessary portion. You have to, the required portion. So that now if I wait till blue gets on, but like say I didn't let the elevator up, he would also fail. But when I let it up, he jumps correctly and he opens the door and we're through. These puzzles probably lost us so many players as they were trying to play through the game. Devil Goombacks X's says, did Insomniac change their logo? Yes, we did. The new logo's behind us. We updated it. It had not been updated in a long time, and we felt like it was time. There's actually a whole blog post about this. I think it's good.
Demonstrating it.
It's modern Insomniac. Well, still kind of harkens back to that old Moon logo that you may know and love. And some people were talking about Deadlocked.
Would we stream a Batman Arkham game?
Maybe. We could.
Yeah.
Probably not the highest priority. Like if we decided to stream a random superhero game. But if someone here really wanted to, we could.
Oh, Corey could play so James can read chat. Well, the problem is that, maybe I'll read some of the chat. I'm not good at these puzzles.
Yeah. I'm playing. Yeah.
Here, I'll field you some questions here.
Yeah, you can keep the chat logs going.
A lot of statements here, not a lot of questions.
Yeah. Well, you can still read the statements. We can comment.
The new logo is corporate. No offense. The new logo looks a bit like the symbol on Head and Shoulder.
Oh, well,
have you planned on the release date of Spider-Man, or just thinking when it should be released? You know, none of us have really given it much thought. I probably should head off later. Thanks for the stream. Oh, okay. Bye-bye. See you later.
That was Corey being sarcastic about release date, by the way. I mean, obviously, look, it's one of those things where, like, you're always thinking about it internally, and, like, you know, but at the same time, we're not going to promise anything. Like, it's about making a great game. So, as soon as we have one to share, we will share. You know, but you always, you know, the main goal is just making the game as good as possible first. And we'll let you guys know when we have more info on when that will be ready.
So Stealthy would really like us to play and talk about Asylum at some point, Arkham Asylum. But
that's not a bad
yeah,
idea.
I mean, you know, it could happen sometime. We're open to it. We just have a lot of games to get through. And then Ogusan says, "Did you stream Resistance games? I would like to watch you play them because I finished the Resistance for the first time."
Well, you're in luck. Wednesday, we're continuing our Resistance 3 playthrough. Also, if you check our backlog of videos, we've been playing Ratchet and Clank: A Crack in Time for a while. So you can catch up those previous ones. There are like 3 episodes where we replay the same section 3 times because like we had a save bug.
Wait, well that was on this game, not on Resistance.
No, on A Crack in Time. I was saying in general, if you check our backlog, some people were talking about, oh man, chat will freak out when we do Spider-Man. Well, we did kind of have a Spider-Man show. We didn't play the game, but we did an episode with creative director Brian Intihar, and we did a rewind on the story trailer that Corey made. So if you would like to kind of see Insomniac live show about Spider-Man, there is one, and you can go watch it on replay if you check out our video section, and it's pretty cool. It answers a ton of questions about the game, goes into a ton of detail on the trailer, and little Easter eggs and stuff. But same thing with all the other games, and I think we may start a Spyro playthrough series relatively soon. And actually kind of start methodically playing through a Spyro game. Thanks to KTiger34, we actually have a PS1 memory card now, so we can save.
Oh, yeah.
Which is kind of critical because, you know...
Yeah, the last time we played, we got a game over. We had to start all over again.
Yeah, that was embarrassing.
That's how our ancestors had to do it, too.
Yeah.
By ancestors, I mean older siblings.
Yeah. No, man, some games have passcodes, but yeah, not...
Yeah, but whoever bothered to write them down? Like, I'd see them on Mega Man, you know, and I would just, like, be in a fervor and just hit the button to continue, and then
I wrote that stuff down.
I didn't write it down.
What you're talking about. Some games require, like, graph paper and stuff, too, dude. Like,
yeah.
You had to, like, make maps and stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Favorite thing to do in the Spider-Man game? I don't know. I don't know if we want to answer that yet. That's early. But I will say just swinging around the city and doing stuff is really fun. It's just fun to play and do stuff in the game, like, without even getting into any specifics. Like, just trying to make the core game fun, and so it's fun to go around the city doing stuff is key, and I think we hit that point. I saw a very, you know, I'm not going to get into that, but we were talking about it, and we had a whole company meeting today, and there was some good discussion.
It was good. Ted was there.
Yeah. He's usually there.
Yeah. He was hosting the meeting, actually.
As he does.
Yeah. Lots of, like, what's your favorite this, what's your favorite that stuff. What's your favorite Ratchet and Clank level?
Oh, that's not going to work.
Level? I don't know, I like the variety. Like, there's not one that I want to keep playing over and over. I kind of like all the different, you know, how sometimes you're in a ship, and sometimes you're platforming, and sometimes you're on the boots, and sometimes you're racing and stuff, and like it all comes together, and it's nice. But I can't say that there's any one specific level that I is my absolute favorite. That's kind of a dumb answer. I don't know. When does Brian Intihar return?
I don't know exactly.
Into Future, he does.
But he will. We will have him back on soon. And we'll do, like I said, we'll do some... Oh, I may have made that take way too long, and now this whole thing's going to take forever, but whatever.
If you could have one character from Marvel crossover to Spidey PS4, who would it be?
I'm scared to answer that because then people are gonna be like, oh, here's why.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I forgot. We have to deal with killing those things now too. All right.
As a kid, I used to love the commando sections in Ratchet and Clank 3.
Yeah, those I really loved like all the kind of the warfare sections of Ratchet and Clank 3. I've always really liked. Oh man, can I get there in time? Yeah.
Nice.
Knew what I was doing. I always love these great clock missions. Honestly, Poketar is always great. I don't know. I always love the wide open areas too of all the Ratchet games where you like go kill creatures and sell teeth or crystals or whatever to somebody. It's just a great chance always to power up your weapons and just kind of explore and find stuff.
I kind of like Metropolis because, like, when I play video games, I always get, like, I'm not this way in real life, but when I'm playing a game, I'm always get anxious and, like, sweaty palms about, like, cliffs and edges of, being up high. And so in Metropolis, I mean, here there's some too, but in Metropolis, you're, like, way, way, way up high. And, I don't know, it's, like, the most intense level for me to play because of that.
I like how Clank doesn't get damaged by explosive crates. And I wish I knew why that was, and the person who might know isn't here. I assume it's just because Clank doesn't really have a projectile, so it'd be really annoying if he got hit by... Like, it's just, as Ratchet, you're like, oh, actually, no, never mind, he does. Alright, I take it back. There's just some of them. Apparently I was hitting them far enough away. So...
Oh man, they're asking us, like,
Why
hardcore trivia
about what
why did you call Metropolis a Lero city in the
I
remaster?
assume that was like a movie scared of Warner Brothers sort of thing, would be my guess, but I don't know if that was specific versus calling it straight up Metropolis. And I think it always had a name, it just was, like, gotta watch out for Superman's lawyers, that's all I gotta say, probably. That's my assumption on that.
And then, how did Ratchet grow up in the original series? Aging, I guess, right? Like,
how does family grow up?
No, how did Ratchet grow up?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not gonna say though. Like, what if we wanted to get into that at some point?
Could be an important plot point.
And actually, truly, until it's actually in a game, anything I say doesn't count really. It's kind of like, how like Star Wars stuff isn't canon, which we can have a discussion by the way. Stuff isn't canon until it's like canon. It's like anything I tell you isn't canon because it's not. I mean, I guess if I officially answer it because we've thought about it, but it's like I may think about it, or we may have thought about it, but a new game or a new story could always change that. So I don't want to tell you this is what it should be right now, because it's just a thought process, and until we actually commit it to something that's canon, What?
Someone's stirring the pot here.
What? Did you guys enjoy Last Jedi?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Are we really going to get into this now? I mean, it's already 3 o'clock. Like,
I got plenty of time.
Oh,
besides, we started late, so we owe them a little time. I love Last Jedi.
I will say,
Jedi's spectacular.
It's a new year. I don't want to start off the new year being a jerk and a negative Nelly.
Wait, I thought you liked it. When you walked out of the theater, you really liked it. I was there.
I was being nice because you had 2 other friends there that I didn't know, and I didn't want to... I mean, there were some things I liked about it, but I was calling out a lot of stuff, too.
I don't think so.
Well...
Have you seen it a second time?
No.
Your opinion doesn't count anyway now. I don't think anyone who's, deals with the twists and turns of that movie and the expectations defiance of that movie can properly comment on how well made it is until they've seen it now, kind of understanding what it was trying to do from the start. Because I think so much of that stuff is, messing with you your first time through.
There was a lot of stuff that messed with me in that movie. You're right about that.
And like I just remember coming out of it the first time, I felt like I had like been mugged in an alley, kind of like it was just like I was so disoriented, like, and I was kind of like I think I liked the mugging, but I'm not really sure. Like I'm just so surprised. Like I've been waiting to go down this alley for so long, and I didn't realize Ryan Johnson was gonna be in there and like rough me up a little bit. But
took your innocence.
Yeah, so then the next day I went and saw it again because I was leaving for the South Pacific. I'm like, oh, and of course I did see it again on the South Pacific ones too when I didn't have anything else to do at one point. But so I've seen it 3 times now, and I've gotten it better. I've enjoyed it more and more each time, and I think it's absolutely brilliant. Canucks fan 4342, you could not have seen some of the stuff that was going to happen in that movie unless you talk to people who are like, oh man, there's so much crazy stuff, because it's just like it defies you. It sets you up to think this is going to happen and then does the opposite. It does that so much. And I hear people say like, oh, it was so predictable, and I'm like, you must be a savant to have if you think that movie was predictable.
I'm going to go into little things because I think that like you can read online and whatever and watch reaction videos and stuff and about the broad strokes, the big picture stuff with the plot and the characters, and that's been discussed to death. I'm gonna go into little things that I haven't seen scrutinized yet that really irked me about the direction of the film. So, in the throne room with Snoke and Kylo and what's her name? Rey.
You don't know her name?
Yeah. And
you don't even get to talk about this. Get out, off of my stage.
She's not really that memorable of a character.
Oh my god.
Okay, so they're standing there, and there's like the red guard, like standing behind Snoke, like his
Praetorian guard.
Yeah, his Praetorian guard, and they look all badass and stuff. And I'm like, oh, this is cool. And probably there's gonna be a moment where they're all gonna have to fight them and stuff, and that's really cool. I'm looking forward to that. I hope it's like Darth Maul-esque. But then what happens? Justin, how tall is it cut off? How about now? Okay, so every time someone like raises their voice in the throne room or something, you see all the guards in the back go like, like over and over. They with their little staffs here. Get the bow staff here.
Oh come on!
So they're all standing there, like at attention, like, oh yes, I am Snoke's guard, and then what's her name? Rey?
Yeah.
Rey? And then Rey's like, I will never join you. And then all the guards like, oh.
No, it's only time.
Dude,
they don't ever
down.
do it. Okay, they only do it whenever
It's just,
someone actually like.
I felt like I was watching an
threatens
anime.
it.
Because
No.
it was doing that anime type, like, over drama stuff, like.
It only happens when he's overtly threatened. It doesn't happen.
It was a little much. It's
telling you, it
like,
doesn't
guards, cool jets, okay?
That fight is worth anything. Like, even the people that don't like the movie like that fight.
The fight was fine. I'm talking about the guards.
Yeah, but that's why the fight's good.
I know you guys are badass. You don't have to do your little every time someone raises their voice in the throne room.
Look, if you're looking for spoiler-free discussion, I would tune out now, because.
Also, I will say I kind of want to watch the movie again because the first time I watched it, there was some guy sitting like 4 seats down from us. Do you remember it? Every time a lightsaber turned on, or an X-wing shot a laser, or the Millennium Falcon was on screen, he would go, oh! Like, you remember that guy? He took me out of the movie about 10 or 15 times.
No,
I looked over at him like...
He didn't take me out at all.
It's like, dude, it's just a lightsaber turning on. It's not even anything important right now. Like, I think you're a little worked up here,
How did we get Charles Martinet to voice Orvis? I don't think we had to do anything special. I think Charles Martinet is a voice actor who likes to work, I think. So, and we had fun. It sounded like a fun character. It was up his alley. Someone said they pay a crazy amount of money to see a Star Wars directed by us. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Star Wars directed by us? Oh, it's called Ratchet Clank.
Yeah. Oh. Well, kind of. But not entirely. But, there's definitely some Star Wars influence for sure. Someone said Cory and James both on the couch. What is this, a crossover episode?
We do like a Dr. Phil.
What happened there?
He's like, so I understand you're a big fan of
did I
The Last
die?
Jedi and...
Mother forker.
Oh.
Oh. Mother Forker is a Good Place reference, by the way, because in the Good Place you can't swear, so it replaces whenever someone says the F word, they say fork instead.
Oh,
so
interesting.
it allows them to swear, but it replaces it with a totally innocuous word every time. Which I think is really fun.
Kind of like Twitch chat.
And I've actually started saying fork in some instances now, which I don't know if that's fun or not, but it is kind of nice because you don't feel like you're being quite as upset.
Do a live stream of God of War. Oh, we'll definitely play God of War.
Yeah, whenever it comes out, yeah. I mean, they don't have a date that they've announced, and you're not going to get any info from us, because honestly, I have no idea when it's coming out. I assume whatever they're saying is accurate. I don't know. I don't know when that is or not. We're focused on our own stuff, but we'll totally do it. Anyway, yeah, Last Jedi is awesome. I loved it. I think it's great, and you need to see it again before you give me crap. You got a movie pass, go see it another time.
Yeah, but I haven't seen The Shape of Water yet, and like...
I haven't seen that. Have you seen 3 Billboards?
Yeah, I saw 3 Billboards. It's good, but it's depressing. Like, I don't see the point. It's really well made and just makes you feel bad, and like, why do that?
Yeah.
Like, why not have some redeeming message in it or something? I mean, maybe there was. So the movie, I don't know if anyone know about... It's not really like that famous of a movie, so I don't know.
No,
if
3 Billboards?
Yeah, know
Don't
about
spoil it. Don't.
I'm not going to spoil it at all, but it's just... It's a drama, and it's like a, you know, not a fantastical space action adventure thing.
They probably don't care about it.
Yeah. But it's very depressing. Shape of Water should be good, I guess. Guillermo del Toro is kind of hit or miss for me, though. Like, I want to say that I love him, I love all his stuff, but he's had a couple stinkers.
Yeah, I mean, that movie is impressive in that, like, I mean, he won all those awards, and it only cost like $19 million to make that movie.
Only $19 million.
Well, in this day and age, for a movie with that much marketing,
it's not a lot, yeah. What do you guys think of Justice League? Not trying to start a movie war, just curious.
I still haven't seen Justice League.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either, so that's why I think of it. Sorry. I wish I saw Shape of Water instead of Star Wars. Looks great. Thank you, Canucks fan. I am a fan of Canucks fan.
This guy was all like how good it was when we walked out.
No,
he was.
No,
he was all about how good the movie was when we walked out.
What I said was
that totally different.
What I said was, I didn't like Kylo Ren in Force Awakens, but I liked him in The Last Jedi.
Kylo Ren is awesome.
He's the only character in The Last Jedi that goes on a compelling story arc.
You know the moment where they're like touching, he and Rey are touching hands, like on the projection thing, and Luke walks in and blows the whole.
Yeah.
That was all practical. That's all in camera, where they blow the whole thing away from the inside when he walks in. Totally practical. I was reading because I like one of the few things I did yesterday. I got home. I had the art book of The Last Jedi showed up while I was gone, and so I was like reading through that. And that was all totally practical. And like there's some other stuff they mentioned that was practical, like a ton of the porgs. I mean, like you're just so used to seeing CG everywhere, you kind of just assume stuff is CG, but it's like a ton of the porgs are completely practical.
And Yoda was practical,
yeah,
right?
Yoda was practical, so like definitely some cool stuff on the practical front that was really, really neat.
They're all saying Ben Solo is thick. And the Kylo meme, I think I know what they're talking about. Well, his wardrobe choice was a little...
Was this the scene where he wasn't wearing a shirt?
Yeah. But he's got the ballerina pants like up to here though, but then no shirt. Yeah, it's interesting. And then like he even gets called out on it. She's like, "Can you put a shirt on?" And he just like keeps talking.
Yeah. Beefcake. I do apologize, Brian Algar didn't make it today. Like I said, sometimes stuff happens, and he was pulled into a meeting that he could not escape, which was related to all the Spider-Man stuff going on. Because, like I said, we talked about this on Twitter. Everyone spent the last Thursday and Friday playing Spider-Man. Some people were playing it over the break. I know Brian Horton, who started here as a new design director. I think he actually, before he even technically was like his first day, he had taken it. He came by and picked up a kit, and he played a bunch over the holiday break. So he's like, now with that extra time, he's finished it like 3 times or something. So he's played through the whole game a bunch in the last few weeks.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and so like, you know, a lot of people have been playing it. I know there's a lot of people here this weekend. because 2 days wasn't enough time to play through. And so we've had people that are, super into it. I myself am taking a dev kit home tonight, and I'm going to be playing it both, maybe in the office some, but I have a lot of stuff to catch up on, just from being out for nearly a month now. So we'll see how much I actually get to play here, but I'll definitely be playing at home to play the same build everyone else is playing, and try to catch up on the game too. So very exciting here. And if you worked here, you would get to have spent 2 days of your work week last week just playing Spider-Man, which is pretty cool.
I did, although I spent 10 minutes of that time that I was supposed to be playing the game making the little screen with our schedule for this week that is up when our stream is offline.
Yeah, that's acceptable. Everyone has, like, I'm sure finance had to, like, do payroll or something. That
I don't know, finance.
Everyone.
Yeah.
I don't know either, but, whatever.
They at least probably sat in at some and watched it a little bit.
Zeke Ferge, is Ratchet and Clank what you're most known for? I would say so. I mean, Spyro as well, but definitely, like, since over the long term, I think Ratchet is definitely what we are most known for.
I think we're most known for being the cool developers.
Yeah,
like, other devs are, like, kind of lame, but we're the cool ones.
Yeah, oh, man, talking shit on other devs, I don't think that's true. I think other devs are cool.
We're the coolest, though. Like, that's what we're known for. Everyone says we're the cool guys.
Man. Oh.
Just inviting someone to just take the bait and just put us in our place.
Do you like those little designer hints of Azimuth throwing flares? I'm trying to channel Brian Algeier where we're talking about, like, good video game design.
Oh, like commentary based on what's actually happening.
Yeah, is a designer like dropping a flare by the thing what you need to go to? Oh, wait, is he giving a shit about this game? I remember this game being amazing, though. My memory is just shit. So wait, are you saying the game isn't amazing? It's still great, I think. It's still got one of the best stories, and hover boots are awesome. I mean,
do you have a rough time zone when the next installment of Ratchet and Clank will be released? Well, I mean, if there was a new Ratchet game, it would be released Pacific time.
Yeah, always in Pacific time, because that's where PlayStation and Insomniac are both headquartered.
Exactly,
so
yeah, it makes the most sense for us.
If there was, this is the swarm tech from Resistance 2 being put to use.
That's awesome. It reminds me of The Mummy, Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, the swarm.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's like so. It seems so simple now, but it's like so next gen at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, they're chasing me. Oh god, but they won't go through water.
If they get you, is it like instant kill or is it like?
Let's find out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's pretty close
yeah,
to that.
Yeah.
So they're like piranhas.
No, I just wish you could have like actually like done a little like cartoon Lombax skeleton like falling out, like they swarm all over you and just leave a cartoon Lombax skeleton. It might be a little too dark for an E10 plus game, but still. Like I'm just imagining what would happen to Bugs Bunny if he stuck his hand or into like piranha waters. He'd pull out like the bones of his hand. Maybe that's more like Itchy and Scratchy than Bugs Bunny, but.
Oh yeah. Or like Wile E. Coyote, he dies like 10 times an episode.
He never dies though, does he?
Well, I mean, he does things that should kill him, and then he kind of, like pops back into form.
Punished Stevenson. What did I do? I don't even know. Why aren't you playing now?
Okay.
Here, you play it for a little bit. I'm gonna read the chat.
Which way's forward? This way? Or did you just turn around?
You need to move that around behind you. Like, you need to go behind you. So move that platform around, 180 degrees around, basically. Tetramites are so freaking scary. Spooderman PS4 is the story for Spider-Man PS4 finished. I don't know, like it's video games. Stuff's always getting worked on. Like I never say anything. Things change, like there's. It depends on what you call finished, and that's what I think true of everything. People are like, "Oh, is this finished?" Because you can play through the whole thing.
Well,
get to the water. Get to.
Like they're on me right away.
There's something you have to do there, I think, to distract them. Anyway, my larger point is like in video games, like. Finished is such a scary word to ever say because people will be like everyone has a different definition of finished. Not that way, not that way, not that way.
There's a rock ledge down there we used to hover boot off of. straight into nothingness. I was scared the first time, but your father, he didn't blink.
Okay. I feel like there's a way to distract those guys so that they won't.
With my father, the
I don't know if you can make that jump.
Now is not the time for distractions. Not when we're this close.
Alright, give me the controller back. Let's see what happens when I let him play.
Right when I landed on the platform, they were already in front of me, so...
How do you feel about the idea of a Ratchet and Clank prequel where you play as Caden and Azimuth? I don't know. It wouldn't really be a Ratchet and Clank game then, would it?
You're reminding me more of your
It would be a Caden and Azimuth game.
almost through.
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. Then again, could be cool.
There's a rock ledge down
You
there.
never know.
Just a hoverboard
People do love Ratchet and Clank, though.
to nothingness. I was scared the first time. Your father,
Uh,
he didn't blink. Feels like this.
General.
We'll play for another like 5-10 minutes. Just like I said, we started late, so.
The Lombaxes.
Yeah, we've gone so long without one of
Time
those.
for distractions. Not when we're this close.
Someone's giving me a money emoji. Is that flying money? Or is it just, what is it, fat stacks?
What am I supposed to do there?
Oh man.
Oh, you know what? I think I need to just. I think I know what I'm doing. Okay. Oh man, we missed a lot of followers. HD Lexicon. Oh man. Can you read the followers
Yeah.
off? Yeah.
HD Lexicon, the alien named James,
Uh-oh.
Marcus LN, Frat Zutu, Mr. Malo Palo Gallo Pala, Isimov Gaming. Thank you all for the follows. We appreciate it.
General.
Alright. So here's what I think we have to do actually. Now that I'm remembering this right, maybe.
Now is not the time for distractions.
Center the platforms and hover boost off them.
Yeah, no, I got it. I just need to go over here and bait them back over here.
Ugh.
There we go.
Oh man, that's a hard puzzle. You still like, oh,
Yeah, people hated us for these things, I think.
oh my.
You're doing great, Ratchet. Keep going and don't look down.
Okay, thanks, Azimuth. He's like all hoverbooting around. What do we feel about Ratchet and Clank pop figures? That'd be awesome if they made them. I don't know if you guys saw that there's a Ratchet Pixel Pal now, which is pretty cool. And just came out from PDP, and you can order. There's also some new Ratchet T-shirts and stuff that Eric Scarecrow has, and I think he's got vinyls coming soon. I just got the T-shirts in the mail from him, and he did some cool pins, which are neat, and all sorts of good stuff. So ESC Toy, they did a bunch of Naughty Dog stuff with Uncharted and Last of Us, and they're doing some Ratchet stuff
Stop for
now.
a second. I want to know what happened.
Two.
You ask all these questions. Ask yourself this. How
Zeke Fergay said, "I've never had problems with that puzzle. You're just too slow, Insomniac Games." Thanks.
That's him.
Wow.
And you still haven't given
Well,
me a straight answer. Now, why
We
are
just
you
make the
picking
games. We don't
Lombaxes?
get good at them. That's for you guys.
Why HD Lexicon says, "Oh no, there's cutscene." Yeah, it's because it's sad, and Azimuth is talking about failing Ratchet and Clank's parents.
Oh. So is this sort of like Harry Potter and his parents? And this guy's like Snope or whatever. Snape. No wait, what?
Are you
Series
gonna
Snape?
we're gonna spoil another series now?
Is it spoiling at this point? Don't you guys all know?
What happened to Harry
Yeah.
Potter? Yeah. So basically, it's like, oh, Tachyon was this inventor, and he was giving them a. Like Azimuth was like, oh, I'll work with him to protect the Lombaxes, but Tachyon secretly wanted to kill all the Lombaxes and
That jerk.
gave him access to Lombax technology. And then Tachyon started murdering them all, and so they had to.
We have one of our conference rooms here in the office is named Tachyon, and like anytime we have a meeting in there, it's always for evil plans.
I don't know how long.
It's for firing people.
Yeah, basically.
It was Hale, because you know we killed him too.
You terminate.
For my crimes,
Hale is the Icebox conference room.
joining the Lombaxes.
Although Ratchet's been pretty cool these days too. They all have their own various weird heating. and
We
cooling
had
issues.
one. We had a new conference room made with like the whole wall was made out of like whiteboard material, so you could write on it. But one of the walls next to it wasn't. And like the first day we opened up that conference room, someone just wrote all over it. They couldn't erase it.
There actually was a great story where Bill Roseman was doing, like, there was a meeting with a bunch of, like, Sony folk, and he was going into some stuff about Spider-Man, and there's this wall, that, Carl Canyon was like, this was like a demo level, which I think we'll stop before this, and we'll use it for the next stream with Brian Algar, since this is such an important, this is like a showpiece, very early thing we completed to like demonstrate hover booting and kind of the bigger open levels that we wanted to pull off with the game. But Bill did this whole big thing. There's this wall that it used to be a sliding door between the studio room, which used to be called Clank, and Ratchet, which is our main conference room. And I think on this side in Clank, it was a board you could write on, and there was a lot of Spider-Man meetings that used to take place in Clank. For a while, the whole game, it was on this wall. Basically, like, this wall was the entire game was laid out on the wall right here for Spider-Man. And so Bill was used to the other side of this door, which he could write on. And we were in this meeting in Ratchet, and he pulled a marker out, and he just went over and started writing on the wall. And like and he was like in the middle of this like impassioned speech about Spider-Man and like putting stuff up, and like it was great and so good. Like we're using parts of that speech and stuff, and I think it was even in a video he did that was on the floor at PSX while you were waiting in line, and someone leaned over to me. He's like, "Is that wall erasable?" And I was like, "Just let him do it. Just let him do it."
It's too late now.
And it's all, you can't even use that door anymore because this wall's boarded up, but. Yeah, he like wrote all over it, and we're like, and then like afterwards, someone's finally like, "Yeah, you know that's not a whiteboard, right?" And he's like, "What?" It's like, "Yeah, graffiti. Good job, Bill."
Well,
So,
at least they were important words.
yeah,
Words to live by.
They were words to live by. So let's see. Any other good questions before we go? Someone said, "I hope your evil plan is not adding loot boxes to Spider-Man." Oh gosh. Poor loot boxes. I'm not even going to touch that topic because we don't have time. Anything else? I have access very rare component. You guys hiring artists?
I think so.
I think we are hiring artists. Asimov Gaming. Go to Insomniac Games website. Click on the careers button. All the current job openings are there. We're looking for a VFX lead right now. Yep. Gameplay director, engine director. We've got some big openings here at Insomniac. And if you look at that website though, that has all the current openings at all times. Also, if you go to GDC, we usually do portfolio reviews and stuff in the booth. There's artists there who can look stuff. I don't know how many people will be there this year, but we'll figure it out.
There's a link. Thanks, Justin. Yeah.
Logan1194, why was Bill meeting in your office? Bill is here like every week, so I don't even know what that was. Obviously a Sony meeting with probably marketing people and stuff, but Bill's here every week. Eric is here every week. There's people from Marvel here. Their office is 10 minutes away. Eric was here for half an hour earlier. So like literally they can come over for like half an hour if they need to. So that was a lot of, we see them all the time. And it's actually very useful that they're that close because we can do a lot of face-to-face stuff, which is great.
It helps.
For sure.
We talked through the trailer that way a couple times too.
Yep. They came
Very
over
useful.
and we just would go
It's
through
way
it,
better than
go
email.
through it in person
Yeah.
and put it on the screen and frame fork it.
Is Ted excited for Spider-Man?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah, he's having fun playing the game. I'm having fun playing it. I haven't really started playing the new build, but the game is getting really fun. I'm looking forward to playing it on my couch. And anything else? Plumber's back. All right, cool. All right. Pocket Clea 1. Thanks for the follow. Thank you, everyone who followed today and watched the stream. Sorry we were a little late. Sorry we didn't have Brian Algar. We try not to let that happen, but occasionally some people just get pulled into meetings they cannot miss. And so that's where he was at.
Okay, I'd be your poor man's Brian Algar.
Just know that Brian Algar was doing stuff related to Spider-Man, which is why he's not doing a stream. And I think you guys think that's all more important to actually be focused on making the game
in the long run.
So that's where he's at. we're back on Wednesday with Marcus and Swole Adam. We'll be playing some Resistance 3. And then on Friday, you all have been asking for it. Ted Bryce, Brian Hastings, maybe Al Hastings, don't know. Maybe.
I don't think Al's...
Al's not doing it? All right, so Ted and Brian will be here. We're going to play the very first Insomniac game, which is Disruptor on PS1. And hopefully we'll figure out all the FrameMeister stuff between now and then.
So definitely.
Thank you all for watching. I hope you all had a very happy holiday, Christmas, New Year's, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Star Wars Last Jedi coming out. And Cory, who has completely...
Oh, look, someone raised their voice. Better show off my...
in the last few weeks.
Take that pillow.
Yep. All right, that's all. We'll see you guys on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Pacific, and then play some R3. So, catch you then.